Hi everyone, thanks for coming back to the USA Pan Kitchen. Today we have a really fun experiment that we're going to do. We are going to be making a 1-bowl chocolate cake. So first of all, I love this recipe. It's really easy. We're going to be making it in 2 different pans. So I have here not a USA pan, and I have here a USA pan. So we're gonna both bake this chocolate cake in both pans, and we're gonna show you the results so that you can see why you should be buying a USA pan. Okay, so we're gonna get started making this cake. I'm going to make both cakes with the exact same ingredients, baked in the same exact oven so that we can control the variables here. The beauty of this cake is it's made with ingredients that everyone already has in their pantry. So we're gonna go ahead and add a cup of flour to our bowl, followed by a cup of sugar. Sorry, that's a cup and a half of flour. Cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking soda, and I have a 1/2 teaspoon espresso powder, which that is optional, but it actually is really good and helps bring out the chocolate flavor. I'm just gonna whisk these dry ingredients together. Also, as you can see, I'm not using a mixer, and this is a 1-bowl chocolate cake. This is a really classic recipe that a lot of people are already familiar with. I find the older that I get, I kind of have been deviating back towards like the classic tried and true recipes because, you know, they're classics for a reason. They're really good. So I'm going to make 3 little divots in this dry mix here. And into that, I'm going to pour in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and then 1 tablespoon of vinegar. And then here I have 1 cup of milk that I'm going to pour over the entire thing and mix together. Also really nice about this recipe, if you want to go completely dairy-free, you can substitute that milk out for water or coffee. Now, as always, when you're mixing your wet and dry ingredients, you just want to get them just until everything's combined. You don't want to overwork it. So that's what I'm doing here. There's our cake batter. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this into both of our pans, and then we will go over the baking instructions next. So if you notice the differences of these pans here is the first pan here, it doesn't have corrugation, and that's the fancy word that we use for the lines of the USA pan. What that provides the USA pan is it's very helpful for the non-stick. It helps for an even bake, and it also provides strength to our pan. And you notice this first pan did not have those, and the USA pan does. Also, you would notice that we have these perfect corners on our pan, which the other pan also does not. I'm gonna go ahead and get this second cake batter mixed up. We have 2 identical cakes here, one in the USA pan and one in the other pan. We're gonna bake these off in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Okay, so we've baked both of these cakes for about 30 minutes. We pulled them out together. As you can see, they're both done. We've let them cool in the pan on a cooling rack here. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna try to unmold them and see what happens. So I'm just gonna take another cooling rack here, and this is the USA pan cake. We're gonna flip that over. Oh, I heard it release. Wow, so that cake came cleanly out of the pan. As you can see, I take my paper towel and wipe that pan clean. You don't even really need to do any scrubbing with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this cake back in the pan. And this is the other cake that we did in the other pan. So I'll do the same thing. It's not coming out. I'm gonna try to be fair here. No, so I mean, this cake is going nowhere. Maybe we should try to cut it and see what happens. Try to be fair here and see if we can get a piece out. It's really stuck to the sides of the pan here. I did get it out of the pan, but it did take quite a bit of muscle there to get that one out of the pan. So as you can see, USA pan with our proprietary non-stick and the corrugation, this is the way to go if you're looking for a brownie pan, cake pan. We also have, I'm gonna ice this cake real quick because this is a really nice recipe. You could actually eat this cake warm from the pan with a glass of milk. I have just 1/2 cup of 1/2 and 1/2 with 1.5 cups of chocolate chips just to make a quick icing for this cake. Again, this recipe is going to be in the description for the video, so if you're interested in that, it will be written there for you. As always, if you subscribe and like and follow us on social media, you'll have access to all of our recipes and sales and promotions. and we appreciate you joining us this week.